Welcome to Salesforce Rangers. In this video, we are going to discuss some Apex errors which are very common and how to fix them. So, if you are a beginner, then please watch this video till the end and so that you don't miss these common Apex errors. Alright, so let's start without any delay. So, our first error is null pointer exception, which is one of the most common error you are gonna face. So null pointer error comes whenever we are trying to refer a variable or an object which is null. Without checking, without putting a null check, we refer that value. Then it throws a null reference error. All right. So let's try to replicate this. So in this trigger is on contact object, and the event is before update. Now I am storing ACC ID, I mean the account ID of this contact in this variable, and I am going to check that if my ACC ID starts with 001. Now I will update a contact record which is not having any account, because so that account is null. And since account is null and we are in our code, we are trying to check that this account ID starts with 001, so it's going to throw a null reference error, null pointer exception. So let's try to update it. See, null pointer exception attempt to dereference a null object. So this is a very common mistake we do as a beginner developer. And in order to fix it, so make sure that we put a null check over here. String is not blank. When we are talking about the string variable, we should use this class string dot is not blank. It checks for the blank value as well as the null value. Now it's not going to throw the null exception, null pointer exception. Let's save it, and it is saved. Null reference error is gone. Okay, so move on to the second error, which is record is read only. Okay, so record is read only error comes when we are trying to manipulate the data on which the trigger is still running. For example, in the case of after insert, we may try to manipulate the trigger dot new data. Now what happens in the after insert event of trigger, the data is not yet committed to database. It is read only. We cannot update it because the operation is still in progress. The database operation is not yet committed. If an error occurs meanwhile, then the data or the record is rollback. That operation is rollback. The data is not saved to database. So let's try to replicate this error. In this trigger, the event is after insert, and I have created a blank list of contact. I am iterating on trigger.new, and I have assigned the first name as test and add this contact instance to this blank list, and I am trying to update this contact. Since the data is read only because of this event and we are updating that data, so we are going to see record is read only error. Let's try to insert a new contact since the event is after insert. Save. Record is read only, which clearly says that this record is read only. It is not available for write operation or for update operation. See, there is a beautiful thing about the errors. The answer or the explanation is hidden inside the error message. So always read your error message very carefully. The solution is kind of hidden inside the error. In my beginning, when I was learning Salesforce, I used to be afraid of these errors. But sooner, after some time, I realized that the explanation is actually hidden in the error. So let's try to fix this error now. We can, we should not use trigger.new. If we want to do an update operation, then what we will do, we will query the data from contact where id in trigger dot new map dot key set. So what I will explain that how this SOQL query is going to fix this error. Since the event is after insert, that means that ID is generated. The data is created but not yet committed to the database. So we are actually querying the data from database. We are not using trigger.me. Now I'm going to save it, and let's try to save our trigger. It is saved, and you will see that the first name is changed to test, although I just passed the last name as Rangers, but you can see the test, the first name has been updated to test. So we have covered two errors so far. Now the third one is very interesting: maximum trigger depth exceeded. Let's try to replicate this error first. I will tell you that how and when this error occurs. This error occurs when we are recursively calling, or when we are recursively calling our trigger. When our code or our trigger is getting recursively called. Recursively means repeatedly, again and again. So the event is after update, and I am updating that data again. So what will happen when this operation is performed? The trigger will again run because the event is after update, and then it will again update, and then the trigger will again run. So it will be an infinite loop. That's why the error is maximum trigger depth exceeded. Okay, so let's try to update this record now. Edit and save. See, where is the error message? Maximum trigger depth exceeded. So out of this big error message, only these four words are meaningful. Now let's talk about how to fix this error. So in order to fix it, we have our handler class, and in our handler class, I am going to create a static property, public static boolean type of property, and handle recursion. Let's name it handle recursion and assign it as false. Now what will I do? I will use this static property before my update call if this handle recursion so I have put a not operator, which means that if this if condition is going to be satisfied first time because the value is false initially, but before updating my contact list I am going to change it to true, so that when the next time that this trigger is running, it is not going to be it will not come inside this if loop because we have changed the value from false to true. All right, let's try to save this trigger. See, we don't need to refresh this window because this trigger apex triggers are running in the backend. It's not the UI thing, it's not the front end part, it's a backend part. So we don't need to refresh our UI. Just click save and the trigger will execute. See, the error is gone, the record has been updated successfully. So this is how simple it is. Just create a static property in a class and change its value and put an if condition. Okay, so fourth error is SObject row was retrieved via SOQL without querying the requested field. See, if you read this, if you understand this error message, you will right away understand that what is the cause of this error. In our SOQL, we have missed to include a field API name. That's it. So in order to replicate this, I will just update my trigger. Event is before insert. Now I am querying the account of my contact, and I am I am referring the account's name, but name field is not there in the query. So let's save it and see how the error appears. First of all, let's update the account, but the event is before insert, so we will have to insert a new contact with account. Test, or let's name it error number 4. Select the account and save, S object row was retrieved via SOQL without querying the requested field account.name. So here it gives the field name which is missing in the SOQL. See how helpful this error is. It is, serving it on a silver platter that here is the fix. Just put this field in your SOQL query. So simple. Now the fifth error is too many SOQL queries. Okay, so this error related to the governor limits. Let's update our trigger. So what I'm doing is, the event is before insert. I am iterating on my trigger.new, and inside the for loop I am making a query on account. So normally it's not going to be, we are not, we we won't be able to see this error, but we will see this error to many SQL queries if we are doing a bulk operation, or if we are inserting many contacts, more than 100 contacts, because that's the governor limit, 100. So I will open my anonymous window, and I will write a for loop. Sorry, bad habit. Integer I0, I less than 100, I plus plus, list of contact. We are creating a blank list of contact, and conlist dot add. Okay, let's do it 101 because the 100 is the limit. We need to exceed the limit. New contact. Now last name test, insert con list, execute. Too many future calls, 51. So that's a new error. I think a lot of thing is happening inside it. Let me check if there is any other trigger on my contact object. Okay, so we have this, in our previous video I used this trigger, so I'm going to delete it, and let's execute it again. Okay, so we did not see any count. Okay, let's insert this script again. See, too many SOQL queries 101, because 100 is the limit. That's why it always shows 101, because at 101 the limit is exceeded. So simply you can just remove this. We are never allowed to write, although we can write, as you can see that I have already written, but we should never do this SOQL inside a for loop or a DML operation. So you can use maps, and in order to understand maps you can watch my other videos. So let's move on to the sixth error, list index out of bounds 0. See, I will explain you that how this error message is clearly saying that what is the error, what is the reason behind the error. I have updated my trigger. Now first of all I will show you the error. Event is before insert, and we are querying account for this contact, and we are referring this list by putting an index. New contact, save. It is saved because we have used account here, so we are going to try to create a new account. Error number 6, and this time we are not going to put our account, and let's save it. List index out of bounds 0. Since we have not provided the account, that's why this query returned null. But irrespective of being it null, we have put an index over here. So the error clearly says list index out of bounds 0. Now which says that the list you are trying to refer or use, uh, its index is out of bounds, it's not available. So as simple as it is. Now our last error is list has no rows for assignment to S object. This is very most of the, one of the most common Apex errors. Let's update our trigger so that I can show you in what scenario you will face this error. So my trigger is on before insert and I am querying the account from my contact. Now what I'll do, I will just try to save this contact record. We have not selected account again in this error, and you will see list has no rows for assignment to S object. Now what, let's try to understand this error more in more detail. So this query, it tends to return a list of whatever S object you are querying on, but we are typecasting it to S object variable like this, hoping that it will return only one record, one row. But what is happening, since it is null, we have not provided account for our contact and it is null, then in that case we will see this error, and the simple way to get rid of this error is just change it from account to list of account. That's it. And if I hit save button, it's gonna save. See, and then you can put the null check on this list in the code. So thank you for watching this video. Keep coding. Have a good day.